If you guys aren't familiar with these teams, this tournament is absolutely stacked right now. It is insane the caliber of players we have in this tournament. We have Ascient, who is like Ascient won the biggest NA tournament of all time, the biggest like Western tournament of all time. He won the like official Nimble Neuron solos tournament that was held, I believe, during open beta. I think it was during open beta. Dude's a beast. He wins these other tournaments throughout, you know, general streams and stuff all the time too. He's an absolute monster. You should be keeping an eye out on this guy. Although you gotta know, he plays Fiora. He's like a Fiora main, and Fiora's not the best right now in this patch, but she did just get buffed, so you don't know for sure. Maybe Fiora's got some spice, maybe that cooldown reduction additional on her W has actually been fairly good. We don't know for sure. There is one thing I do want to point out that is kind of crazy. Okay, there was 4 people in Beach. I was going to mention there was 4 people in Beach, but it's gone down to just 2. We got 4 over here in Temple, and we've got 3 in Hospital, which is pretty expected. But you know what's not expected to me? Is, okay, I thought for a second I thought that notification was that someone just died. What's not expected to me is that we have Nizori and Blinks, 2 different players, both playing Adriana. Now, I don't know about you guys, but to me, Adriana is generally considered a weaker character. But we do know that Nizori plays Adriana all the time. Like, okay, we all know and love Nizori. He loves Adriana, like to a fault. Like, he'll play Adriana despite the fact that she's not even that great. But we'll see if that ends up paying off. Adriana's amazing in squads though. She's, I don't know if I'd say amazing. She's really good though. But I don't know if I'd call her amazing. We do have a Heart player, that's true. We have Jesters over here playing Heart, starting on Beach. So I'm gonna guess this is probably a Stairway to Heaven build, but we don't know for sure. Also, Thornadol, thank you for the, holy cow, thank you for the $50 donation to the tournament prize pool. Thank you so much, man. So this tournament is now up to $80 split between the top 3. So I'm doubting that we're going to see any early action. We're seeing Arnold and Jesters already meeting up, already looting together. Something that I want to see from this tournament is how soon are these players going to be grouping? Because if there's one thing you know about squads is that a lot of your power in the early game comes from being together. You don't necessarily have to be strong as long as you have 3 people. Oh, we're already seeing our first team trading items too. So Gunner62, Arnold, and Jesters, they're going to be doing a very early meeting here in Hotel. It looks like a second zone meeting where they're trading a bunch of items back and forth. Gunner62 is already on an Electron Blaster, and we've got Arnold over here trying to make something. Wait a second. He's in Hotel with vintage cards. What are the chances he's going for Death Rune? Okay, no, he's going for Cards of Tyranny. Oh my gosh. Oh, and Granswell, thank you. Granswell, thank you for was it gifted sub to Seriod? Thank you. And Dark Dragon's Bane, thank you for the sub as well. Okay, wait a second. We got a bunch of people over here in school. There's a big fight happening. Madru is down. Tom Sorcerer, Sana Uu, Esther, Nizori, everybody is over here right now. This is the place to be. Tom going awfully low, but Flint is showing up from the south side. The thing is, Madru is down right now, so this is now a 3 versus 2 in favor of Flint, Sana, and Tom Sorcerer. Nizori is being dropped awfully low by Tom. Ooh, but a nice Q from Esther will be putting a lot of pressure on the Tom. He's actually going to be dropping really low. Nizori as well is ticking some very nice food, at least 40 per tick. It seems like he's not going to die here, but Tom didn't end up going down either. Flint's got the golden ratio, but Tom is just on a kitchen knife, and Sana, who still only stuck at a fencing rapier, but it's Kiara. What do you expect? She's not going to have an amazing weapon this early in the game. That just never happens. Madru will end up falling despite having the Griefer TAC 50 locked and loaded and ready to go. It didn't end up paying off in the end. Esther finishes his weapon. Nizori is still stuck on a flower bomb. Ooh, things are about to get really spicy over here. As we have Madru, or sorry, no, we don't have Madru. We have Gunner62, Jesters, and Arnold all making their way towards these 2 other teams. Esther, without knowing anything about it, is going to get caught by Gunner62 with a nice Q. He engaged with the stealth to make sure that Esther wouldn't see him. The Q is going to give him a root, but a missed E from Arnold may potentially spell safety for Esther. But Esther's going to drop to Jesters with an aggressive EEEQ. But they don't know that Tom Sorcerer's team is actually here with the flank. A good ultimate from Heart will give them some distance, will give them a moment to breathe. Gunner62 trying to get some healing on, but Sana with the ultimate back in trade. It looks like Heart's going to be taken awfully low. It will likely go down. Oh, but Sonic goes down before he can activate the re-ultimate. Tom, second Q. Arnold going for the res on Jesters. Nozori going for the res on Esther. Both of these teams trying to get a res off. Oh, but a really nice combo from Flint is going to drop Jesters incredibly low right here at the start. Tom, Sorcerer, Flint, and Sana, ooh, one of the favorites to win this whole tournament, dropping in last place in this crazy fight up here in school. Esther and Nozori taking a moment to loot. Might just be a terrible idea because Gunner62 is going to get a nice Q on a Nozori, take him awfully low, but they did manage to loot a bunch off of Tom and Flint. What remains to be seen is how much they actually ended up getting. Yo, Dark Dragon's Vein, thank you for the $40. Let's go give these boys what they deserve. I appreciate it, man. That's gonna go right into the pot. We're already broken. Okay, we've already broken $100 on the prize pool, which is pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Junebug and Steigi, somewhere else on the map, did go down to Vidify, Alex Itch, and Ashen. We did miss that kill, but Blinks managed to get out, and this is incredibly important. The reason why this is so nice is because even though Blinks' team is dead, sure, there's a low chance of him actually winning this match. He can rat it out. He can play for placement, but Jesters over here in the side in alley. Jesters, Gunner, and Arnold will be getting caught by Vidify, Alex Itch, and Ashen. Gunner62 is incredibly low, and Ashen does have a Genshin Silver gun plus Finish Bucephalus. There's no way he's gonna be able to run away from that without his shoes done. So Gunner62 is gonna end up falling. And just like that, we've got two players with a single person still alive. And I believe that's a solid 4 kills now up for Alex Itch, Ashen, and Vidify's team. Kinda insane. So, briefly, let's take a breather. Let's take some stock. Let's take stock of what is going on. We've got Squid Boy, Van Falcon, and Vice69. They've been off on their own. They've just been making stuff fairly safely. They're over here in dock with no kills, but they're all alive, and that's really what matters. We have Alex Itch, Ashen, and Vidify, who have been kind of just picking people off. I'll be honest, there have not been that many fair 3v3 fights with Ashen / Vidify / Alex Itch involved. They have been just taking very smart engagements where they manage to catch 1 or 2 people out, and it's paying off for them in spades. They've gotten 2 kills on 2 different teams, which is effectively, if you manage to kill 1 person off a team, you're putting them at a massive disadvantage in a tournament like this, because a 3v2, hell, a 3v1 is so much in favor of the 3. Like, it's so hard to actually 1v3 in this game. So what we're seeing here is essentially 3 teams on their last legs with very little power left in them. There's just 2 full teams left. Oh, we're seeing, although Blinks, who did manage to get away, is gonna get caught out by Ashen, Alex, and Vidify. They did just TP all onto dock, but Blinks unfortunately seemed to have TP'd there as well. It looks like Blinks will go down, and that does spell 5th place for Blinks, Junebug, and Steigi. They did pretty well. They had a really good try, but in the end, it just didn't work out. So let's look at these items. Is anybody full build yet? Vidify. Vidify is our first player to hit full build. We have Alex Itch. Oh no, he didn't. Oh, that cheeky boy. He is bringing. This is so cool. I love this. He is bringing Amp, Dual Swords Jackie to a tournament. Let's fucking go, dude. So he's getting the Scotty. He's gonna go up to full build. This is. Okay, for those who don't know anything about this game, for those who don't know anything about Amp Dual Swords Jackie, this build is sort of a cheese. This build is one of those builds that you don't really consider viable, but it's very, very powerful if you have it in the right circumstances. Basically what you're doing is you're stacking flat Amp on Jackie. You're also putting some attack power on Jackie as well. On Dual Swords Jackie, you have access to something called Dual Swords Rampage, which is the weapon skill for Dual Swords Jackie. What this does is it gives you a 2 activation spinning attack that spins incredibly fast and deals a lot of individual ticks of damage. It's like 6 ticks of damage, and it happens twice if you can hit them. That's up to 12 ticks, and if you know anything about how the game calculates damage, each one of those ticks will apply flat spell amp. So by stacking flat spell amp, you're getting 12 hits of flat spell amp per full combo. So with all of this flat amp, it's gonna be dealing so much damage. Let's calculate it. 36 plus 20, so you're at 56. You're up to 66. And then you go all the way up to, what is that, 87 flat amp, and that's also further amplified by your Imperial Crown. You have some little attack power too. That's really nice. What this does is it makes Jackie a one-button hero. It'll deal a ton of damage if they manage to lock someone in place and spin on them and get all of the hits on them, which is like, I can't even begin to tell you how much damage it is. You can delete a character just by pressing this button. So why is it a cheat? Why is this not just super viable? Two reasons. One, oh, Esther's team is going to want to try and run away. I will get back to that thought in just a second. Esther and Nazori trying their best to just get away from this wrecking ball of a team over here. Ascient, however, is incredibly fast. So Nazori is going to see that Ascient is getting too close and opt to use some of those ult charges to put some distance between them. Nazori going to go over the wall. Esther putting an ult down. This will slow Ascient down, making it harder for them to chase. Oh, but a whiff Q from Esther, and he turns around and takes an auto attack too. That is probably going to spell doom for Esther. There's no way that Ascient doesn't manage to catch up, but a nice smoke bomb from Nazori is going to potentially put some more distance between them, but that's not enough. Vidify and Ascient are just going to get so close. Oh, he can't just get away. Oh, he's been caught. There's a camera down. Esther's stealth will not do anything. He is going to die here. Oh, but the other remaining full pre-made will show. Oh, look at that damage from Alex Itch. It's going to be dealing so much to Esther. Esther will go down instantly, but Vidify has been taken out as well. Squid Boy. Oh my god, Squid Boy, Vadfalcon, and Vice see their chance to potentially pick off the strongest team currently in the game. Vidify is down. Ascient is being picked off right now. He's all by himself. There's no way he doesn't go down there. Ascient's team falls. We have Nazori trying to 1v3 versus Squid Boy. Vice, wait, okay, so he goes down, but they got taken awfully low. That's an insane pick off there. That's insane. Well, good. Wow. Talk about a favorable situation. So let's recap. Alex Itch, Vidify, and Ascient, they spent a lot of their time, a lot of their resources trying to catch Nazori and Esther, and all that ended up doing was putting them in a bad position for Squid Boy, Vadfalcon, and Vice69 to just come in and slam them from the side and just catch them off guard when they had no chance of fighting back. And all that remains is a 3v1 between Arnold and all of Squid Boy and Vadfalcon and Vice69's team. And this is why I was saying it's so good, even if your team dies, it's so good to get away, because now Arnold has safely secured second place. Doesn't matter. No kills, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. It's not important, because he got second place. That is a ton of points for somebody who has no right to be alive right now. So all that remains is for these players to finish up this fight. I'm pretty sure Arnold knows that he needs to finish up this match. Now here's one thing, okay, I didn't put this in the rules. I should have. I didn't put this in the rules, but I am frowning upon anybody who suicides to deny a kill. In this situation, if Arnold were to just quit the game and deny one kill towards the other team, I would just add it onto Squid Boy and their team, because that's yeah. I was just talking about that, Gunner. No. Does he know that the last 3 enemies are one team? The list of the contestants is public, so he could know if he like was familiar with these players and knew that they were on the same team. But he may not know. So we're in sort of a situation where we have a final player who does not necessarily know that the remaining 3 players are on the same team. If they want to FF to make it faster, you could just award the kill. That's what I'm saying. Like, if they decide to suicide here, I would just give the points to the team that's still alive. How many points per kill? 2. The better your placement, the higher the multiplier on your kills. Maybe they down a person. Absolutely, Prime, I agree. Yeah, there's a chance that maybe they manage to down a player before they go down. So that's very important. So anyway, I want to very briefly wrap up what I was saying earlier about the amp duel towards Jackie. It's a cheese because if you happen to miss your D skill, if it gets baited, if you get stunned in the middle of it, you're on a 40-second cooldown and you cannot reduce that weapon cooldown because it is a weapon skill, and weapon skills cannot have their cooldown reduced by cooldown reduction. So we're about to see the conclusion of this match as Arnold unknowingly, oh, checks the bush. Okay, he sees that they're there, but a nice slow from Jackie is going to ensure that Arnold will go down, and that is the conclusion of round 1. GG to Vad Falcon, Vice69, and Squidboy for taking round number 1 in this tournament. We also have Nizori, Madru, Ezra team. This, honestly, all of these teams are kind of hard-hitting teams. These are some really good teams. I'm really excited to see them perform in this tournament. Okay, Alex is opting probably for a Haze build. We got Thomas Archery starting over in Beach. We got Flint somewhere. No, Flint's in Beach. Tom is in Temple. We have Kiara starting in Cemetery. So interesting to note, there's 3 people in hospital. It's going to be hard for this Kiara to necessarily get the stuff they need out of hospital. Hospital is a very contested starting zone, if you guys didn't know that. A lot of Kiaras tend to spawn there, but that being said, we only have 1 Kiara in this lobby, which is kind of strange because Kiara is a absolute powerhouse of a character. If you guys have never played against a Kiara, man, Kiara is such a pain to deal with. Like, she has so many tools at her disposal. She's considered probably the best character in the game right now, but we only have 1 in the tournament. And it's Sana, who is a very good pilot, so you can expect good things out of him. Let's see, how's Esther's team doing? Esther is also, I mean, you guys probably at this point know that Esther is the AR ISIL guy. Like, he has played so much AR ISIL. He's been doing so much work labbing new builds on AR ISIL. I actually just put a video out today on my YouTube page about Esther's AR ISIL. He is an absolute beast. His early game power is unmatched. Incredibly powerful character. And a great pilot too. So, okay, here's what I'm curious about. Are we gonna see Arnold and Jesters? Are they gonna switch up their strategy? Because they met up here in Hotel and they traded a bunch of stuff. And I thought that was really, really smart of them. Because honestly, I haven't been seeing too much meeting and trading, which means I don't think the teams in this tournament necessarily coordinate a lot of funnels. Although we do have, oh, we have Ashen and Esther trying to like desperately finish their weapon before the other person does, because as soon as one of them finishes their weapon, you 100% guarantee that they will be just jumping on the other one. Like, they're racing to get the stuff out of these boxes. Esther, however, looks like he's gonna be crafting something, and he is on his squad leader armband variant of his build, so you know that he's going for that very aggressive early game. All of Jester's Gunner 62 and Arnold's team, they have met up already. They are doing their little trade. You're seeing a bunch of items going down because what they want to do is they want to spread the items to their teammates. They're coordinating, hey, I know you're starting here, I'm starting there. Let's trade what we need from each other's respective starting zones. And actually, they're gonna use this chance to also get some wolves too, so that's good for them as well. How's Alex Stitch doing? Doing pretty good. How is Nizori doing? There's a lot of people in school right now. We have 5 people in school. Oh, Madru. Keep an eye on Madru, because Madru is starting with an early attack 50. He's gonna jump into Tom Sorcerer. So Flint's entire team is actually here. Oh, Madru's gonna jump right into them. But a really nice, oh, he's returning it with a nice ultimate. If you need a self-peel skill, you can do a lot worse than Aya's are. It's very strong. Flint will go down. Sana is incredibly low, very close to dropping. Nizori will be putting on a lot of pressure as well. Between Sniper Aya and Nizori playing Adriana, you do have a lot of long-range poke. It looks like Flint did manage to crawl away, but Nizori, Esther, and Madru will all identify that Sana is probably going to go for the res, will be chasing him. Will they catch him before it finishes? They will. He's gonna stick it. Okay. Not sure if that was the right call, but he decided to stick it and will be punished as a result. Sana and Flint are going to be going down rather early in this game. Again, these are players that we really expected to do so well. And they've already dropped this match. They went down early in the last game too. Yo, Stevie, thank you for the tier 3 sub, my guy. Holy cow, thank you so much. We have Vice69 and Gunner, and they're gonna go for the third party. Madru is dropping very low, but he will not actually go down. Oh, a very nice Q coming down from Esther. Is gonna do a ton of damage to both Arnold and Jesters, but Jesters has finished his Bohemian. Esther has gone down already. It's a 2v3, Nizori and Madru versus Arnold, Jesters, and Gunner 62. Don't count these guys out. They have a very good funnel strategy going on. And with Esther's down, this is gonna be really hard for them to finish, but Jesters will be taken very low from Madru. But a nice CC combo from both Arnold and Gunner 62. Oh, shoot, we have Ascient, we have Vidify coming in with a third party. Jesters will be going down really fast. Oh, a nice self-peel ultimate from Roger will not be enough to get the peel on to Alex Itch, Ascent, and Vidify. They are getting a really, really nice third party here with both Nizori and Esther already being down. It just leaves Madru. He's running as fast as he can, but unfortunately, he is playing Sniper Aya, and if you know anything about Sniper Aya is not very fast, guys. It's not very fast at all. So that looks like Madru, Nizori, Esther, a very powerful team, will be dropping incredibly early. And Jesters, Vice 69. Wait, how did... Oh, Vice got caught? Jesters and Gunner are trying their very best to get away from Ashen before he decides to come back and clean him up. Jesters has been spotted. Gunner 62 is a little bit closer to getting away though. Arnold might be able to grab him. This might be a... Ooh. Ooh. The res. They get the res. They're out. Okay, you know what? Hey, if you're gonna lose somebody, you might as well just lose one person instead of two, right? It's a little bit better. I gotta say, okay, let's talk briefly about this team, guys. Ashen, Alex Itch, Vidify. They have the most insane game sense when it comes to third parties. I have only seen them take extremely good third parties so far. We saw, what was it? We saw Esther, not Nizori, and Madru fighting Sana Flint and Tom Sorcerer. That was over here in school. That moved all the way up to archery, where we saw a third party come down from Gunner 62. Wait, Gunner's... What is happening with Gunner? Gunner got picked off? Oh, okay. Junebug, Steige, and Blinks will be catching Gunner and Arnold. He was down earlier, got the revive finally. Oh! That's huge. That's actually huge. If you're gonna go down, getting a kill as you go down. By the way, guys, if you're not familiar with this game, if you're not familiar with squads, kills in this game are counted on downs. They're not counted on executes. So getting... Who's went down? One of these players went down right at the last second to Steige. That... Well, no, it was to... No, it wasn't to Steige, it was to Arnold. That does count as an extra kill for Arnold's team. So despite getting taken down, they did manage to go out with an extra kill, which is actually a huge deal. Because kills are worth a lot in this tournament. So unfortunately, despite getting third-partied by a third party, all the way up here in archery, getting picked up and barely making it out, they will be going down in the end. We've got Blinks, we've got Junebug, we've got Steige picking up their first, I think, first kill of the tournament. No, they've got 3 kills already. Who was their first kill? That's insane. Okay, I love this, guys. I love this. Check out their builds real quick. Can we take a second? Oh, before we check out their builds, we have Ashen, Alex Itch, and Vidify coming by. Junebug will be taking a ton of damage, escaping with just about 30 HP left. Blinks decides to go. You hit my friends, I will hit you back. Steige being taken really low, Junebug going down, and of course Blinks will end up falling. Their builds, I didn't get the chance to highlight it, but they were all running the exact same Electron Blaster build. They had coordinated builds where they were all going to go in the same direction and all share batteries, share, you know, all the materials that they need so they could be together for the entire game. I respect the hell out of that strategy. That is so cool. Love to see that sort of coordination because I just love it. That's great. But unfortunately for them, since they were splitting all their stuff for so long in the tournament, and because Ashen and Alex Itch and Vidify's team did get so many kills so far, they have far more materials. We're seeing a almost fully built Purple Haze heart over here, which is, if anyone has dealt with a fully built Purple Haze Alex Itch on heart, oh boy, that is that is incredibly strong. And of course, Ashen is basically full build too. You may be seeing this green Flowers of Fate saying, hey, that doesn't look like it's full built. It is, trust me. And he even has the VF sample Spear, the Spear of Longinus, which is the rare spear. He already managed to finish that despite the fact that Wick is not even up yet. Is there prize money for this tournament? Yes, there's over $100 on the line for these contestants. First place splits all. Unless the tournament were to get a prize pool over, like, I would say probably 300. At that point, we'll probably start paying out to lower placements, second and third. Or at least second, I think second, maybe not third. Because paying out to third would be 9 people getting paid, which would be half the participants. Call him Moscow 3. But dude, Alex isn't even in Moscow anymore. Call him California 3. The NA3, there it is. So, okay, let's take stock of where we're at in this game. We've currently got one full team left. Ascient, Alexich, and Vidify. They've got 6 kills on them, which is a ton of kills. That'll translate to a lot of points in the scoring system. However, Squid Boy, Vad Falcon, and Vi69, they did lose their ISIL early in the game, but they're still 2. 2's not bad. And Tom Sorcerer, poor Tom Sorcerer. All by himself. His friends are dead. Sana and Flint, unfortunately, perished rather early in the match. They died to the very, very dangerous school. If I've learned one thing from this tournament so far, it's that if you go to school, you're probably gonna die. Because so far, school has been an absolute bloodbath for all the teams involved. But maybe, hey, you know what? There's still a chance. Squid Boy and Vad Falcon, they could end up teaming up with Tom Sorcerer, which could end up having a 3v3 situation even at the end. By the way, situational teaming in this tournament is absolutely legal. You're allowed to do it. You know, whatever rules are legal for the actual game, they're legal for this tournament too, and that does include situational teaming. So if for some reason that Tom Sorcerer manages to meet up with Squid Boy and Vad Falcon and identify that they're both not on a full team, they are more than welcome to potentially team up and try and get a fair 3v3 against Alex, Itch, Ashen, and Vidify. However, keep in mind that they are going to be taking Wick for free. There is nobody here to contest them. They have identified that since only Cemetery is open as far as these locations around the research center is concerned, that Wick will be spawning here. And with that, they'll be taking a nice and easy early Wick kill. So this team, not only are they really strong because they have a lot of gear, not only are they really strong because they have a lot of mastery from killing all these players, but they're really strong because they also have that 6-minute true damage bleed Wick buff that comes from killing Wick. I'm gonna check mastery real quick. 11, 11, 6, Vidify. What's going on, buddy? Where's your mastery? Your team's all at 11. You're only at 6. What's going on, dude? Despite being on the team with the most points right now, the most kills right now, less mastery than everybody else in the lobby. But I guess that's sort of the Hyun thing to do. You don't do a ton of damage, but you're a very, very strong CC bot for your team, and you do scale very well into the late game. Okay, Tom, what's up, buddy? What are we doing over here? You're sitting on some bracers. Uh-oh. Oh no, is he gonna TP? Oh, he's gonna TP. Where's he gonna show up? He TP'd into dock. Ooh. He TP'd into dock and made a lot of noise. And I got some bad news for Tom right now. I got some really bad news for Tom. He is making a lot of noise. And he is currently between every team still alive in this game. Oh, Tom, no. Tom, the low LP champion. Oh, Vidify knows. There's no way he gets away. There's absolutely no way Vidify doesn't check this bush. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, he catches him. Oh, he's throwing down the grin emote. He knows he's caught him. Oh, Tom. With some very cute moves, trying his best. And we're gonna see this final fight between our last 2 players and... it's not it. That's not gonna be enough. And Vidify, Alexich, and Ascient will be taking game number 2 with a very strong and dominating performance. So, fairly standard starts, you know, as you normally see, 5 beach, the usual. Okay, so there was 5 beach, but it's gone down to 3. It's actually been really curious to me that there are so many players on beach. I'm curious who exactly is going there. So we have Hyunwoo, we have Vidify, we have Flint, and wait a second. Okay, let me see this. We have Flint. Oh, it's 4 people. We have Vidify, we have Junebug, and we have Jesters. We have 4 players all starting over here on beach. So I was actually completely wrong. Jesters, he is not going to beach to play Stairway to Heaven Heart. That's not what he's doing. He's actually going Bohemian, which is a guitar we haven't been seeing a lot in the NA scene. However, in the most recent Korean Invitational, we did see a decent amount of Bohemian Heart. So clearly Jester's team has picked up on that and has decided that, you know what, maybe the Koreans know something we don't. Maybe, you know, maybe there's a strategy that they're more in tune with that we don't quite get yet. So he is on that Bohemian Heart, and he is doing the strategy with Gunner, with Arnold, where they're going to be funneling stuff once again over here in Hotel, but there might be something that they weren't accounting for. Madru previously was playing Sniper Eye, was previously playing TAC, was it TAC 50? I think it was TAC 50, Sniper Eye. Unfortunately, Madru might find himself on the short end of this stick because he does not necessarily know that Arnold, Gunner 62, and Jesters do their item trading here in Hotel. And if he is too greedy, if he is making too much noise over here in the main building before he TPs out, he might just find himself running into this 3-stack. Gunner 62 will be catching him here. Okay, with the finished weapon. Madru's trying to put a lot of pressure onto them. There's no way Madru gets out of this one. With the Bohemian finished, with the Electron Blaster finished, and with the Cards of Tyranny finished, Madru will be falling as our first blood in this match, having very, very poor luck in finding out that this team in fact meets up incredibly early, earlier than every other team in the lobby, and in this zone in particular. Rest in peace to Madru. He'll be leaving his teammates Esther and Nizori all by themselves. Ooh, not where you want to be. Not where you want to be right now. Gotta say, guys, not where you want to be. Man, so how are other teams doing? We haven't been looking at Vad Falcon or Squid Boy or Vice 69's early game pretty much at all. It is curious to see that Vad Falcon is opting for an early Santa Muerte, which is an axe that gives you a decent amount of lifesteal, max HP, and attack power. A very, very powerful early game piece of equipment. It's nice to see that these teams are starting to meet up early, though. I do really like this. This is the kind of coordination I'm used to seeing out of higher level squad play, and recently in the squad ladder, you have not been seeing a whole lot of this. So it's really nice to see. It's really nice to see some differences going on here. Yeah, Madru, you should have stayed on Aya in school. Yeah, unfortunately, you weren't able to quite know that Jesters' team was meeting in Hotel every single game at Zone 2. Oof. Unfortunate, my man. Unfortunate. Okay, but waiting in the wings, we have Alex Itch, we have Ascient, we have Vidify. Vidify is far enough away. Oh, Alex is gonna get caught in between these three players. He's gonna throw down the ultimate to try and get some distance, some time to get away, but Ascient is really strong at the moment. Gonna be doing a lot of damage to Gunner 62. Gunner 62 will go down with a nice Q from Alex Itch. He does have his weapon finished. Vidify, Alex Itch, and Ascient will be taking Jesters down as well. It doesn't matter how strong you think your early game is, because a 3... Ooh. But Arnold, despite getting away, will be caught. Oh, sweet, sweet revenge here for Esther and Nizori. After Arnold took down their first player, or took down their third earlier in the game, Nizori and Esther will trade the favor back and take a player off of Arnold's team. June, wait a minute. The third party on the third party, we have Junebug, Blinks, and Stygie all looking for the people who are involved in this fight. Unfortunately, they're going to be running into Alex Itch, Ashen, Vidify. Alex Itch will get caught by the Blink Spike, but what they don't realize is that Ashen can melt anyone who's in front of him. An early game 4-item crit Fiora can basically just one-shot you. So Blinks, Junebug, and Stygie are finding themselves in a very, very rough position here. Oh, nobody saw that, right? Hold on. Nobody saw that, right? We, don't tell Alex we saw that. He doesn't need to know. He doesn't need to know that we all saw that live on camera. And these guys, these teams, I've been saying this leading up to this match, it is so much more aggressive in this competitive format. If you put these same players in solo squad, if you put these same players in squad queue on the ladder, you will not see, you just will not see this level of aggression. You will not see this level of meeting early, and that's because the ladder has been way less sweaty than it has been previously, but these teams have identified we are in a high stakes environment. We are in a situation where we want to be meeting up early, where we want to be trading stuff between us. And these players are playing far more aggressively, and I love to see this sort of change. You need that Fiora build. If you want to know more about the Fiora build, I got good news for you. You can go to youtube.com/scazf and you can find an entire guide on Ascient's build. Literally, Ascient's build. I sat down with him, did a lot of talking, got all the info, got all the deets. If you want to know more about that build, I go over it in depth over there. However, the only thing that's changed about it is that you do put a point into your queue now, that your slow is on your queue. The only difference. It's good stuff. Check it out. So, back to the games. We have Flint, we have Sana Uru, we have Tom Sorcerer, the low LP champion. They're all fairly well built. The only thing that's kind of lacking over here is that Sana Uru only has 4 items done. No accessory and no arm slot. I know for sure that this build generally doesn't care about the arm slot. The arm slot tends to go to an auto arms if you can get that force core. It also tends to go to a mithril shield if you can also get that mithril. However, they seem to be unlucky at the moment, so Sana just does not have an arm. Oh, but they will be meeting up with Alex, Itch, Vidify, and Ascient. Sana is going to be popping the ultimate. In response, Alex Itch on Heart will be popping the return ultimate, but unfortunately for them, that does give Sana the chance to put a lot of damage from their ultimate onto the rest of their team, because that will be still ticking despite the fact that the Heart ultimate is going. Throwing a Q back, trying to get the slow, trying to get some distance between their team and Alex's team. But Alex Itch, we know for sure that, oh, a very bad root from Flint will mean that Vidify is able to E onto the team, get a slow, but a good E away from Flint will give them some more space. However, you guys gotta know at this point, Ashen's build is fast, Vidify's build is fast, and Alex Itch can at least press E 3 times, so that's pretty good too. Flint will be getting slowed, an E coming down from Sana. There's so much happening all at once. Tom Sorcerer throws down the ultimate. W. Gonna be putting a lot of damage onto Vidify. Vidify is gonna be dropping extremely low, but it will not be enough. Vidify will survive there at the end, but there's a third party from Esther and Nozori coming in from below. Vidify drops very low. Tom Sorcerer does end up dropping. Ashen is being picked off by Nozori and Esther. Ashen will fall. We have Vidify being chased as a very last ditch attempt. Oh, no, they're on the same team. Just scratch that. You didn't hear that. That was my brother casting. It was lag. Anyway, Sana will be managing to pick up Flint. It looks like Tom didn't end up going down here, so this whole team will manage to get the revive. Alex Itch is going to be meeting up with... Ooh, this is a 2v2 actually, because remember, they did have their third picked off early in the game. Alex Itch will go down to Esther. Esther dealing a ton of damage. Vidify is the last person alive on his team. He's going to be trying to run away as fast as he can, but Sana, we have Flint, we have Tom Sorcerer, the team they were originally fighting with in the beginning of the fight, will end up coming back into it after they manage to get all the 2 revives off, which means that is the end of Vidify. That is the end of Alex Itch, and that is the end of Ashen. A team that just won our last match will be going down in, I want to say 3rd place? No, sorry, 4th place, maybe 5th. In the 3rd match. Ooh. But Sana, despite not being with the rest of his team, is going to go very aggressively onto Nozori and Esther, identifying that they are down a player. If he manages to, a nice rapier skill plus an E to follow up, will ensure this root onto Nozori. Nozori will be taking a lot of damage. A root coming down from Flint will make sure that he does in fact drop here to Sana, Flint, and Tom Sorcerer. A very nice chase, a very ballsy chase coming out of Sana that did end up paying off. However, we do have Vad Falcon's team, Squid Boy, Vad Falcon, and, well, in the back, Vice 69, going to be trying to third party this fight. During all of this, though, Flint does throw down the ultimate to try and make sure to, like, push them back, try to make sure that they don't get the chance to get onto them, and Nozori will end up getting thirsted. They wanted to secure that kill. They wanted to make sure that Nozori wasn't going to get picked back up. And yeah, just like that, we have only 2 full teams left in the game, and Esther ratting it up on his own, trying just to go for placement, trying to get that 2nd place points, maybe even 1st if he manages to third party a very good fight for him. But giving themselves a chance to breathe, they will be pushing away from each other, with Sana's team opting to go towards school. We have Vad Falcon's team opting to just loot Nozori's body and play it safe. Keep in mind, guys, 55 seconds from now, Wick will be spawning over an avenue. That does give a slight advantage over to Sana, Tom, and Flint, because they are closer to the spawn of Wick. However, having noticed this, Squid Boy, what is that build? He has a halberd axe. This is not Ultimate Bravery. What are you doing? What are you doing with your build? Your teammates are fairly built, and you're fairly not. What is happening here? Having identified that Wick will be going up soon, we do have both teams making their way towards Wick. However, neither team does have console, so that does mean that both players are relatively in the dark here. The question is, though, who's got cameras? So we got Squid Boy, we got Vice 69, we got Vad Falcon. They put a camera in the bush. We have a telephoto going down from Sana. Sana, oh, he really thought that he was going to catch him there in that bush. So he throws down the very aggressive, very ambitious ult onto the bush. Tom throwing down the rather toxic emo. You're gonna have to maybe ban you from the Discord for that one, Tom. It's a little toxic. We don't appreciate toxicity here. Unfortunately, this does mean that Kiara's ultimate is going to be down for a little bit, but if you're seeing that little icon on the bottom of the screen, look, it's Kiara. Let's not lie to ourselves here. Kiara, even if you don't reset on a chicken, that ultimate is not on that long of a cooldown. It's like already halfway done. Sana, he's going to be starting this engagement onto Wick, trying to sneak it before the other team shows up, but Vad Falcon, Squid Boy, and Vice 69, they see the pings on the map, and they've sniffed this out perfectly. They know exactly what is happening right now. And Wick, because she has wonky-ass aggro and makes no sense how she runs around, will opt to instead run towards Vad Falcon's team. putting herself firmly between these players. Who will get the last hit on the Wickling? It's going to be Sana. So the team with the better items is in fact going to get that Wick buff as well. They are absolutely melting Bad Falcon's team. This fight looks like it'll be going over to Sana. Ooh, Tom, Sorcerer, and Flint. Will the last player, Vice69, manage to rat it out and get go for second place as well? Or will this be a clean and easy second place for Esther? It's hard to say. Okay, so let's take stock of what is happening right now. Also, Shazay, thank you so much for the sub. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next tournament. I'm expecting good things out of your team, by the way. I know you guys. You're a good team. I want to see a nice performance. trying to throw a few hard emotes out there. It's not going to be enough. Sana, Tom Sorcerer, and Flint. They will be making sure that they go down here. Squid Boy will not be able to ride his way out of that one. So what we have here is one wrecking ball beast of a team. Sana, Tom Sorcerer, and Flint. They're all full built. They all have all the items they want. Well, okay, I lied. Well, they have most of the items they want. We have we have Sana on the gold is gooder Kiara build. Basically what's going to happen here is that since they are a full team, they are stronger than everybody else. We have Vice69 on ISIL trying his best to play cat and mouse and run away from the wrecking ball. We have Esther also playing cat and mouse, also trying to run away from the wrecking ball. The question is, which one's going to get caught first? It looks like Vice69 is getting dangerously close to this team, but he doesn't necessarily know that they're right there. He's going to walk right towards them, not knowing. Ooh. My friend, you should probably pick up that Chinese opera mask because that gives you a lot of out-of-combat movement speed. That helps you run away. But he instead leaves it behind and opts not to take it. So chat. Okay, can we get a poll? Yo, my mods, do you know how to set up a poll?
Yeah.
Can we get a poll? Who's gonna die first, Vice69 or Esther? I got a bad. Oh, Vice, run! Boy, you gotta get out of there like right now. You have no time to be there. Like, what is happening? Channel point bet, dude. I'm down for a channel point bet. I don't know how to do that, but I wanna know who you guys bet. Who do you guys think is gonna survive here? Because I'll be honest, my money is currently on Esther, considering how many brushes with death Vice69 has managed to get away with. Who dies first? Let me see that poll. Esther versus Mystery ISIL. That's a little toxic, but it's okay. Apparently someone beat you to the poll, but that's okay. So, Tom Sorcerer, Sana Uu, you know them, you love them. They're great people. They're good at the game. At least two of them are. I won't say which ones, but you know them. They play the game a lot. They look to be taking game number 3. But the question is, who will be getting second place? That is the most important thing. Okay, we have 41 votes for Esther. We have 64 votes for Vice69. All right. You know what? That's not what I would have said, but I respect it. What's Esther up to? He is just camping it up in this bush. Honestly, okay, here's my hot take on what's going on right here. If Esther is trying to hide his absolute best, I feel like he could do a lot better than this bush, because that's a bush that you're likely to check. You want to know my opinion? As a player who's played a lot of rat games in his life, thank you Tap for the Duropsu, the best place to hide currently within these 3 zones is actually right here. This is a spot most people don't check, because if you just go to check the bush, you're not going to see this spot over here unless you have some insane vision range. So if you wanted to hide, I would actually go hide in that corner. But both of these players are going to just opt to sit in their own respective orange zone, while Tom, Sorcerer, Flint, and Sana, they're all going to be sitting here in Pond, which will be the final zone. I'm actually so curious who's going to be the last person alive. Vice69 managed to craft something. I didn't see what it was, but he managed to craft something over here in Avenue. It was a long craft because it made a noise that is similar to the long craft. Heard you have a rat problem. We do sort of have 2 rats. Okay, the 2 rats are... Oh, that is bold, Esther. Oh, Esther's got traps. Nice. Oh, he's got some mines. I can't see what they are. They're some sort of mine. Oh, Vice69. No. No. Well, I gotta say, The people who bet on the mystery ISIL, in fact, lost the bet. It was Esther who will be taking second place. He's got some fire traps. He's got some double guillotines. Easiest bet of my life. He knows what's gonna happen. He's gonna just go all in. Oh, look at that damage. Flipping dropped a half HP before anything can even happen to him. He doesn't have a chance to say, hi, what's up, buddy? How you doing? And he's already been taken a half HP by a myriad of traps, 2 of the ISIL ult traps, 1 double guillotine, and a fire trap, all gonna be taking Flint down incredibly low. Esther is absolutely trapping his heart out right now. As many as he puts down, it's not gonna be enough. He's gonna run through the red zone to delay the inevitable. My friend, you know you're dead here. Let's not lie to ourselves. It was a good effort by Esther. You know, we'll all give him credit for that. We'll all give him credit for that. Sana, just gonna sit down. Tom Sorcerer. Oh no, not the BM. Not the dropping of all the items. Dude, by the way, can we briefly talk about Sana's build? He's on the gold is gooder. He's almost full built. He's missing the emerald tablet to be full gold is gooder. Gonna be aggroing the bear, actually taking quite a lot of damage because despite what it may look like, these gold items give you basically no defense aside from the auto arms and the EOD boots. Could have turned that around if he had a single teammate alive. I actually fully agree. If he had 2 people, he might have actually been able to win. But despite the fact he did put in his best effort, so that's pretty cool. Esther, take it down a level 22 bear. Gotta give him credit for that, that's pretty hype. Gonna try and take the second one, but it will not be enough. The bear will reset. If you have teammates though, Flint doesn't jump into the bush. True, that's true. All right, Esther, what you got? You're on your final stand. The zone is about to close. We're about to see our final square. They have traps. Very powerful traps. They also have a hat in the middle of the road. Yo, chat, can we cheer on Esther? Esther needs your support. Esther needs your love. He needs you guys to know that you believe in him as much as we all believe in him. The hat is there to bait. It's true, dude. I often say, as I'm walking along the street, if I see a hat, a box, a turtle shell, and a flower, I go, there's no way. I have to go and stand in that trap. He dodged the first one. He's actually insane. He dodges the second one. Oh, but he's gonna hit the third and the fourth. Insane. Esther, will he win in this very intense final fight? He's actually doing a lot of damage. Oh, but Sana's just gonna go in. The verticality is gonna make that E miss because verticalness in this game is rather strange. He's got 20 seconds left on the 27 seconds left on his timer. He's gonna have to push it at some point, and I'm afraid. Oh, he hits the traps! No! The snares got him killed! The snares, the MVP snares, will be too much for Esther. And Esther will take his second place to the bank, despite his team dropping relatively early in the match. Congratulations, Esther, on your second place, and congratulations to Sanau, to Tom Sorcerer, and to Flint for their dominating first place in game number 3.